Yo, what's the deal? It's Muska. I'm over here with Kevin, Look Back Library. He brought all these amazing magazines over here for me to talk about. And yeah, I guess we're gonna start with the first. So this was my very first cover ever, Thrasher magazine. My first cover, shot by Lance Dalgart. And this is in New York City at the Brooklyn Banks, the infamous Brooklyn Banks. And this was like on my first skate tour ever in my life too, with Toy Machine, and my first time in New York City ever. And I remember this being like the ultimate moment of my life in that time, where I was like, I'm in New York City, I'm skating the Brooklyn Banks, I'm on the Toy Machine team and the tour, and like, this is a very, very, very special, magical moment in my life right here. That like, I rocking the Supreme sticker back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then those guys all. That's when I met Harold Hunter and Justin Pierce and all the OG Supreme guys, and those guys took me in and let me stay at their house and all kinds of stuff. It was just a crazy, crazy. Magical memory for my life during this time period. It was just so crazy.
And do you remember first seeing the mag, or how you got hip to how that you had the cover?
I think it was like we were on tour still, and then like I think I'd stayed back on the East Coast for a while, and then I think I had just got back to California from this like crazy mission of staying in Boston and all this stuff, and I think Ed Templeton had it. Like, it's a little blurry, but I remember it like, it just like somebody had it and they just showed me it, and I just remember being like, what the heck, I got my first cover, you know? But I'm pretty sure maybe Ed showed me it, but I can't remember it, to be exactly honest. It's been a long time, man. This is like, what year is this?
95.
1995. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't know how many years ago that was, but somebody could do the math out there quick. Yeah, so that's real special, man. And then, like,
Is this next 97?
that had to have been the next one. Yeah, this had to have been the next cover after that. And then these two were no, this was later for sure, because I was still rocking S on this one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, got my S shoes on and that. And Skin Phillips shot this, and this spot was, for the time, was like a pretty crazy spot to hit.
Yeah.
And it was like super steep, narrow hubba, and had a carpet like AstroTurf runway that had no pop, and it was super sketchy. And so this was one of my last tricks in Fulfill the Dream in Shorty's video, and shot by Skin Phillips. Me and Skin were shooting a lot of photos around this time period. Is this my Pro Spotlight too, or no? No, because there's a different mag that my Pro Spotlight, I think Tony Hawk had the cover or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was just my first cover, and this is another. I mean, both these are equally special, important to me in different ways.
Yeah.
Especially this, though. You know.
You were just talking about being in Boston. Look whose mag that was.
Vinnie Ponte. What the heck? Whoa, serendipitous. Yeah. Let's go upside down here.
Did you meet Vinnie when you were in Boston?
Yeah, I met him out there for sure. Like, I can't remember if he was in New York at that time or not, but like, I seen Vinnie out there. Like, I was kicking it more with Panama Dan and the homie Roger and
Jahmal.
Jahmal was skating out there. I mean, whoever the Copley Square locals were, we were all skating out there and hanging out. And there was some crazy times out there. Boston was crazy, but wow, that's funny. Vinnie's mag right here.
He just donated some mags recently. Last
perfect.
year.
Yeah, that's in one. And then similar around that time, kind of too, was Rick Kosick shot this Big Brother cover.
50th issue.
Okay, that's 50th issue. What year is that? Let me see. See, I'm all messed up with the years.
We got 98 or
99.
Yeah.
Okay, so 99. This is a little bit later. But yeah, me and Kosick hit this rail. Was another super sketchy rail with not a lot of runway. And there was like I found a piece of wood, like a little like 3-foot piece of wood in a construction site, like right around the corner, and like laid it on the top step. It was probably sketchier to drop it on the board than it was to try to just push at it. But I remember hitting that. I don't think anybody's hit this rail since. I don't remember seeing anybody.
It's in LA?
Yeah. Come on, kids. What's up? What's up? You got to catch up, man. What's up? No. Just kidding. Just kidding. I got to catch up. I mean, maybe these two are really important, kind of cool. I guess that was my Reader's Choice Skater of the Year. And they did 2 separate covers.
Right.
And I think
this is rare.
Yeah, Transworld at that time, they didn't really do a lot of 2 covers. And then I don't think they ever really did covers that were non-skate oriented photos.
Right.
And Atiba shot both these. We drove out to Arizona, which was like special for me because that's where my skating roots began. And this was on the drive out there. We just pulled over and had to take a leak. And he's like, stand by this cactus right here. Grab your ghetto blaster. And I just did that. And then this is an old tree gap that, like, when I was a kid, I always looked at that and I always think about, like, what if somebody ollie through that tree? And then I think at one point I did it and it landed on the sidewalk, but then this one I went through and cleared all the way to the street.
Rad.
And that was like...
So that's downtown Phoenix?
It's like on the outskirts of downtown, like in this one little weird zone that, like, there's, like, it's still some skate spots there, but I used to skate there when I was a kid all the time, like by myself even. And so it was pretty cool, like historic kind of connection to my roots of skateboarding and both these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they're all over. They're a little bit in. It doesn't have to be in order necessarily,
No.
I guess. But unless you want.
What's next?
This. I mean, we'll just start up here, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this was in the video radio tour, which is a pretty epic video in my opinion. I love that video. I love the energy and vibes that were captured and created within that project. And it was just such a fun time for Circa and with me and Penny and Jamie Thomas and Chris Cole.
Power trio,
Everybody, the whole crew back then was sick, and skateboarding was kind of really at a big height of that time period. And we had such a blast on that tour. So many fun times, and skated hard, got hurt many times, many injuries, cut it short a little bit for me. And but that was another. And look at this magazine.
Yeah, this is 2002 when Transworld was the thickest.
Look how thick that is, man. That's like
near telephone book.
That's insane. Just how much content you could have. Moving along. This right here, I don't even know what the heck this is.
It's a French magazine.
Look at that. Surf, skate, snow. We got it all. Free ride. Come on and take a free ride.
And then Skateboard Mag, issue 35. You weren't even aware that they did 2 different covers of this one.
No, I never seen that. I never realized that. No, I may have seen both of them, but I kind of remember this one because I always remember seeing Pat Duffy's name on there, and that was always hyping me out because Pat was like a huge inspiration for me, especially 50-50 grinding big handrails. If it wasn't for Pat, I mean, I don't know if I would be doing some of the stuff that I did. And so I was always hyped that cover had his name on it too. Right. And this was a super rad one right here. I think Greco made a video. Somebody made a video. Oh no, Beagle made some video, and it was like all the roll-ups to it, And I think I rolled up to it like 300 times or something, and then just tried it one time and landed it, did it, and I was done. Another funny story is, you can kind of see, I think it was one of these little nubs. There was like a little cement like nub on the wall.
Yeah.
So I only grinded it one time, but when I came off, right as I was coming off, my kneecap hit the nugget, the cement sticking out of the wall, and it like popped my kneecap off and back. And then there's a second set of stairs I ollie off, and you can see in the video footage, like when I land, my knee kind of buckles, but I still land it. And then my knee was jacked for like 3 months after that. I couldn't skate, but I luckily landed the trick somehow still.
Yeah, wow.
On that one. But yeah, it like popped my kneecap right off and came back on real quick.
Jeez.
But yeah, here's the 2 covers. Atiba, another Atiba photo. Me and Atiba have much history, shooting. So much stuff. The strength cover gets a little bit more older here. I'm cruising over here. PB, see I tagged that, must have tagged that last time. I didn't do this one. But so that's Pacific Beach. This was a pretty sketchy, not that many people hit this one either, I don't think. So it was like a straight ledge, you had to pop off and clear over the stairs.
Right.
who shot this? I can't remember, man. Myke Reyes? Is that Myke Reyes, maybe?
Could be, yeah.
Let me see here. What is this?
Because there were 5 different covers for this
I got some
issue.
potato chips on this. There was 5 covers of this issue. Yep. Myke Reyes. Sometimes they said Myke Reyes, I think was his kind of photo name. Yeah, Myke Reyes. We shot a lot of stuff back in the day. Donger's homie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's, you know, this was kind of the beginning. Got some S's pre Muska S even. That was like, you know, looking at, I think Shorty stickers. I believe that maybe this Shorty skateboards was just starting, and so maybe this might even have been me testing out the wood before we even had a graphic.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but that's what I would assume around that time period. Yeah, because look at that, just Shorty stickers only,
Okay.
and no graphic. So I must have just got on Shorties. Yeah. That's why I only had a silver chain. I didn't have a gold chain on yet. You know what I mean? No. But those are some good times, man. Pacific Beach, man. That was like really my come up place of you know, everything started there for me. It was in Pacific Beach, and this was a spot there in PB that we used to skate at some school. I don't even know.
PB Middle, I think it was called.
That was it, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. So the other strength, what do you're the guest editor, it looks like, on this issue.
Yeah. So I put myself on the cover, you know what I mean? Since I'm the guest editor and I have the option to do it, why wouldn't I put myself on the cover? No, I don't know how that happened, but I was the guest editor. So who did I put in here? The Cardona, Maldonado. Oh, that was the Cadillac Escapades. That's when I bought this old Cadillac and we tagged it all up and drove it all around and thrashed it 80s style, you know what I mean? I was like, I remember searching for the Cadillac to try to find the right one that had the good edges on it to skate.
And whose mag did this one belong to?
Jahmal Williams, Boston #2.
Yeah.
What? We got a lot of Boston going on over here. Jahmal, that's dope. Oh, Jahmal was in the Cadillac Escapades too. Oh, right there, Jahmal and more. He did a head spin on top of the Cadillac, busted out a head spin on top of the roof of the Cadillac. I'll never forget that. That was dope. That's rad. Too much Muska, guest editor.
I think that about covers it, man. Thanks for
Yeah, it'll be
sitting
long.
down with
There's some
us.
other random ones. CCS. Look at this. Chillin' Stance. Chillin' Warp. Muska Beats 1212. This is it. I got some covers here. There may be a couple of lurking ones that we're gonna have to find. And
Yeah.
but
International.
International only.
Cool. Thanks, Chad.
Thank you.